Fitness with your boy Zoe. Here we are. We're here, back at it again. Health and wellness. Health and wellness. Let's see. Health and wellness. How well you are doing determines your health. How good or bad your health is. That's as simply as I could put it. Your wellness is how well you're doing, and has a direct effect on your health. And when we talk about health, we talk about physical, your mental, and your spiritual. All three, right? I want to focus in on the physical right now, right? So, as a truck driver, we know it can be pretty challenging to keep up with your physical health and keep yourself looking good, feeling good, having enough energy, eating the right things, because let's face it, out here on the road, it's very easy to eat unhealthy. There's so much availability of just unhealthy foods and things that you can get very quickly because we're always on the go and just eat on the go, and that are not the best for us. So what are some of the things that I like to eat, or how do I prep and I steer clear of some of those the junk foods and and keep myself fit overall, physically, being a trucker for the last 7-8 years. So it's been a challenge. My weight has went up and down. I'll share some pictures and videos of over the time that I've been trucking, of where I've been, in my health journey, weight-wise and whatnot. I've been as low as maybe 190 pounds, went all the way up to 255, almost 260, and that's a big difference. You know what I mean? And my sweet spot is right around 200, 205. I'm 6 foot, and I've done a lot of things. I've eaten different. I've tried different diets, different exercises, and ultimately, what I can say is, it comes down to what you eat. That's going to make the biggest difference. What the things that you eat on a daily are going to make up 80% of your physical fitness and how you feel, your vitality. So, what are some of the things that I like to eat and I like to snack on, and that I eat on a daily? I'm all about protein, high protein, low fat foods. For a while, I wasn't eating any meat, right? There's this debate about meat eaters versus non-meat eaters, and I've done them both. I've eaten a strictly no meat diet, all raw foods, and I've also eaten a lot of meats. And so there's a balance, I would say. There's a balance. And me personally, now I am looking to move more towards a meatless diet, just because I've seen that I tend to have more energy and feel overall better and stay slimmer and leaner without eating so much. Now, mind you, I would say, moderation in everything. Don't overeat. If you eat meat, don't overeat too much, and versus, if you don't eating too much fruits and vegetables, let's say. Well, I like to eat your greens, a lot of greens. So spinach, I'm a high component of spinach. I like to put that in everything. Spinach with my eggs, tuna, salmon, pink salmon. Now this is canned food, and a whole lot of fruit. I do a lot of fruit. My snacks consist of apples, oranges, pears, grapes. I love grapes. Grapes are really good. Seeded whenever you can get a hold of them, but if you can't, then seedless. Hey, it is what it is. Whatever's available to you. So I'm a huge juicer. I can live off of juice. Matter of fact, I love to do a juice fast once a month, 3 days. I'll just juice and drink straight juice for 3 days, and just do like a cleanse, right? And my favorite one is a green juice. I love to make a green juice. Green apples, cucumbers, kiwi, limes, some ginger, and I'll switch it up with a few other things. Some green grapes, and I'll put that together, and it's amazing. I'll just make a couple gallons of that, and just drink that for 3 days. Now, when I do my juice fast, I've done it a couple different ways. When you're first starting out and you want to do a juice fast, I would suggest to pick a mono fruit to eat along. So if I'm doing a juice fast and I love my green juice, I'll eat green apples as well. So you can eat apples as well as the juice, and then that will help curb the appetite and keep you a little more full, just to have something. Or you can eat grapes. You can eat green grapes while you're juicing. And I'm a big component of coconut water. I use coconut water. I drink coconut water every day, all day. I don't drink a lot of regular bottled water, but it's, spring water would be very good for you, that has natural minerals. But I love to infuse my water with fruit as well. So if I get spring water, I'll cut up a bunch of different fruits and I just throw them in and let them sit in there, and get all the good stuff sapped into the water and stuff, whatnot. So juicing. I love juicing. What other snacks? Nuts, planters, mix of different nuts and stuff. A little bit of salt is okay, lightly salted, because salt is okay for you, not too much of it. What else? I mean, I keep it simple. I keep it simple, but that's me, because I've eaten a lot of different diets, and I've tried a lot of different things, and ultimately I could eat some not great things, some sugary foods and snacks that aren't that great for you, chips and brownies and cookies and stuff here and there. But my overall diet consists of a strict, protein and low fat foods, to where it's not going to affect me that much, right? So if I'm eating meat, it's going to be boneless, skinless, chicken breast, Everything's being baked. If I want to fry something, I'm gonna use an air fryer. I love my air fryer. You know, I don't use any. There's no oil involved in that. But so boneless, skinless chicken breast. I usually bake or broil everything. Grilling is great if you got a grill. You want to grill some stuff. I love grilled chicken. And then for a steak, if I'm gonna have a steak, now look, I didn't eat steak. I didn't touch any red meat for a couple years, some years. You know what I mean? And I went without it, and I didn't miss it. And I was like, hey, whatever. Until a point, I was like, you know what? Let me implement back. I'll have a real good lean steak that, you know, maybe once every few weeks, sometimes every couple weeks, once a month, whatever. And I'll do that, you know, so like a good ribeye, wagyu, just real good lean steaks, some sirloin sometimes. But yeah, I love to keep it simple for myself, because the simpler, it's just easy for me to stay on a routine. But I will actually give you a list of there's so many things that you can eat. You know, I know a lot of people when you start talking about diet, they cringe and I gotta give this up, I gotta give that up. Well, there's so many things that you can start eating to replace a lot of the junk and garbage that you so-called have to give up. You know, healthier versions and healthier options than eating these things that you know. So right now, if you could give up soda, right? If you can just give up soda and stop drinking soda. Soda is like one of the worst foods, drinks that you can possibly be ingesting. So get rid of that out of your diet. If you love soda, stop on the weekend. You know, like if you want to, like, just if you drink it every day, take it out your diet for one day and switch with something else. You know, try something. Seltzer water, coconut water. People are like, I don't like water. Well, coconut water, it's an acquired taste. Seltzer water, I love seltzer water. So you can take seltzer water and mix it with like sparkling waters. They have these options of that, and it'll taste like soda. It won't have all that sugar and stuff in it, and the unhealthy chemicals and different things that they put in soda. It'll be a lot better for you. Trust me. So that's one thing. So the program and the things that I'm implementing through exercise and diet, this is how you can get to a point where you just have the discipline, and people will look at you like, oh, how did you get there? It's not overnight. You implement and you change small little things, very, very small, minute little changes to what you're doing, stacked up over time. You're gonna see big changes. So don't go into this fitness journey and health and wellness journey and say, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. I want to lose 50 pounds over the next couple months. I mean, that's all good and dandy. You can have those goals, you can have those objectives, but when you don't hit the mark, you let yourself down, and you feel like failure, and then you give up, and then, you know, or if you don't reach those milestones that you want to hit, you know, you're being other inspiration or motivation to want to do it at all. So what I say is set small little goals, so small they almost seem ridiculous. To where you like, if you don't do it, like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So like I said, if you're drinking soda every day, pick one day to not drink it and replace it with something that is a better alternative. So seltzer mixed with some sparkling water, you can make it taste like soda, but it's way better for you. If you can drink water, if you know, some people are like, I don't drink no water, I can't drink water. Well, you need to start. You need to figure out a way to take it. So take some water and infuse it with a bunch of fruits and make it taste good. You know, so it's not regular. You know what I mean? Coconut. I love coconut water. Like I said, I use coconut water. There's a brand called Kirkland's. I'm not promoting anybody. There's different ones out there, but Kirkland's is the one that I like to use. Matter of fact, I got it right here. I don't know if I can do this or not, but Kirkland's coconut water. That's the one I use. I own no rights to that. I don't know if I have to say that or not. But that's the one I get. I get it off of Costco. You know what I mean? But yeah. So you just change small little things. If you eat a lot of fast food, so I know as truckers, we're out here and it's like that. Oh, that's all that's available. It's not all that's available. It's yeah, at every truck stop you go to, you got fast food. It's quick, on the go, you know. So what I did was, once I got out here and on the road, and I used a lot of I had a refrigerator, right? A refrigerator. My first truck I got in, I did not have a refrigerator. I didn't know trucks came with refrigerators until I, you know, got one with one. But I realized, dang, this is amazing. It's a blessing to have, right? A refrigerator. And then, you know, now I can grocery shop. So I started going to Walmart once a week or once every other week, and just stocking up on some things that you know, I could refrigerate. And then, you know, it was on after that. I just said, man, you know, this is where I seen myself. I got to the point where I was just gaining a lot of weight, and I wasn't doing too much exercise, and I just said, you know what, enough is enough. My energy level was low, real low, and I said I got to do something about this. So even when I started, once I had a refrigerator, and I didn't have one, or I went to another truck, went to another company, I bought one and then strapped it down in that truck, or whatever the case may be, in the passenger seat or wherever you can put it, you know, fit it. And I just made sure that was something that I always had. I actually, once I had my own truck that I owned, I took the whole passenger seat out and put a refrigerator there. Another truck, I took the whole cabinet on the right side. You know, in the Freightliners, got the whole big cabinets. I took the whole top. Top or the bottom. Took the whole right side cabinet out and just put a refrigerator over on that side. And I left the top shelf, so I still had some storage on that side. But, you know, refrigerator is definitely huge. They can help a lot. And, you know, grocery shop. That can help you not, you know, have to go to the fast food so much. And it's like once again, if you're eating fast food or you've been eating this way, Take it out of your diet for one day. Start there. You know, start just one day taking it out. And trust me, doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it is. It's better than doing it every day. Doing it for 6 days is better than doing it for 7 days. You know what I mean? Until you get to a point where it's like, all right, that's regular. All right, there's one day out the week where I don't eat this, and then you just move right on down. Then you take it out. You're gonna diet two days out the week, and then you go to 3 days. Before you know it, you're not eating it. You maybe just treat yourself on the weekend once a week to something. Me personally, I don't eat fast food at all now. You know what I mean? I don't remember the last time I had any fast food. You know, so that's how you just move into that direction, basically. And same goes with exercising. If you haven't been big on exercising, and you're like, oh, I can't even do one push-up, I can't do a pull-up, I can't do a crunch, then if you can walk, then you just walk. Start parking at the end of the parking lot, just so you get some more extra steps in. Park at the back of the parking lot, and then go from there. I'll get more in depth about certain things that I do, specifically exercises I do, and give you ways and little hacks that you can use to just get along this journey and just become a more healthier version of you. All right, so that's that. We've been on here 20 something minutes, but who's counting? So you got this. You can do this. I'm here with you. We're gonna get to it day by day. This is what I do. It's just a lifestyle. You know what I mean? To decide, hey, I want better for myself. I want better for my family. I want to be able to be here. Ultimately, overall, being healthier physically is going to give you more energy. Sleeping adequately, is a big component as well. But you'll just have more longevity. You'll be able to do this thing more efficiently and better, and be able to be there. Be able to live longer and be a more positive example for your family. Be a leader and set the trend and set the example for them. You know what I mean? So signing off. Like and subscribe. Any questions anybody has or anything you want to bring up to talk about or touch on, just drop it down in the comments section.